Strategic partners was how Walid Muallim described Syria and Russia, and the country's foreign ministers were certainly speaking with one voice in Moscow on Friday.
ISIS militants receive weapons and free passage. They don't have to use parachutes. We're talking about militants from several countries. They receive medical help and weapons from Turkey. Turkey made the step to shoot down the Russian jet because it supports and encourages those terrorists.
They were meeting to discuss practical steps for pushing forward the Vienna process, the mechanism it's hoped will find a political settlement for Syria.
We have agreed that a list of terrorist groups that will be excluded from any political negotiations need to be drafted. It will then need to go through the UN Security Council. It is absolutely clear that without it, political peace talks between moderate opposition and the Syrian government cannot take place.
In southern Russia, there were military honours and a funeral. Alexander Pazinich was the Marine killed trying to rescue a Russian aircrew downed by Turkish jets on Tuesday. He and the pilot shot dead parachuting to the ground are viewed as heroes in Russia. Not in Turkey. These protesters are calling Russia's military murderers. Putin is depicted as a vampire. Recep Tayyip Erdogan has accused the Russian president of playing with fire by bombing Syria's opposition and propping up the Syrian government.
The day this incident happened, I requested a meeting from him. I wanted to hold a telephone conversation with him, but he's not returned my calls yet. There's a climate change conference in Paris. I believe he'll be there. We can meet there and discuss these matters with him.
For the moment, the Kremlin isn't answering. It's ramping up economic pressure on Turkey. While formalised sanctions are being drawn up, Russian inspectors are finding hygiene and sanitary reasons for rejecting Turkish produce. Visa-free travel with Turkey will be suspended from January 1st. And Russia's bombing continues. These are some of the latest deadly strikes against Samara in Idlib province, a town near the border with Turkey. Rory Challens, Al Jazeera, Moscow.